Hi there, long time no talk, so I wanted to show off everything that I made in September, what my plans are for October, even though it's already halfway through, and a little personal update at the end. So if you're ready, let's get into what I've been up to. First up was this adorable candy corn bat block by Cotton Street Commons. It is called Trick or Treat, the pattern, and I just made a single block from that pattern. I did need to modify the pattern just a little bit to make a block, but it was obviously easy for me to do, and I did that, and I love this so much. I have not decided what I'm going to do with this and some of these other orphan blocks I have, but I'm just sewing what makes me happy, and this made me happy. This is with Libs Elliott Fabrics, and I love how it turned out. My daughter even at one point was like, "Mom, can I be a candy corn bat for Halloween?" Because she liked this quilt block so much. I think we have decided, though, she's going to go as a cat girl instead. So we'll see. We'll see. So that was the first thing I made. I will leave the links to every pattern I made down below. The next block I made was this cute little ghosty. This is a free ghost by Christy of Quiet Play. I love floral ghosts. And I already have two larger floral ghosts that I made last year as part of my friend Erin's quilt pattern, Night Folly. So I will put a picture of those ghosts in here. So I am adding to my ghost collection, which I'm very happy with. The next thing I did is I got caught up on a bunch, and this isn't even all of them, but did a bunch more of the Cotton Cuts mystery quilt. I'm doing Flyway. I'm actually all caught up through September. The October clue came out. So I'm going to do the October clue, and then it'll be the big reveal. So I'm hoping that I'll have enough time this month to maybe get the last clue done and then maybe try to play around with what I think the layout might be, but I'm not sure if I'll have time. But still, very powerful prints here. Still not 100% sure about these two prints together. Although when I'm looking at it at the screen, maybe it's growing on me a little bit. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm super duper excited to see how this mystery quilt shakes out. Been going on for a while now. The next thing I did was I got this sashiko kit when I went to the Road to VA quilt show. And it was by, I believe it's Spin Wheels. I'll leave the link down below where I got this kit. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but I'll also put a picture. It's a couple of owls with some flowers, and it's, basically it's, you can use it front and back. It's this really nice linen-y fabric, which I've been trying to find a way to order just this fabric. I have been unable to. I've bought a couple linens and hoping it would feel like this, but it hasn't. This has been washed and dried, by the way. So this is what it looks like washed and dried. I think it came out so well. So happy. Such a nice project to have. I was in, when I'm sometimes in these big meetings during the day job and I'm trying to listen and not be distracted, actually going through and stitching some of this prevents me from scrolling and thinking and daydreaming. And I actually pay better attention in some of those, all hands presentation meetings than I do otherwise. So that's been nice to have at my desk and just to stitch when and where it's appropriate, of course. So that has been very fun. I'm really excited to explore more in the realm of sashiko. All the instructions and everything were all in Japanese too, which was kind of interesting. And I was able to use Google Translate to help. And then I did take a class. It's like, and I cannot remember the name of it. So if I think of it, I'll put it across the screen here and I'll put a link down below. It was like $8 or $12 for the month of like September or something, or maybe it was August. And you did like a sashiko challenge and she had some videos and those were really helpful. And so, yeah, was really excited about that. And the last thing I started in September is another floral ghost. But so far, I just have the top row done with the bow and the little top of the floral ghost at the top. This is by Tina Stitches, and I will also link her down below. This is her first quilt pattern, and this is so cute. I can't wait for you to see the rest of it. I can't wait to see the rest of it when I get it together. So what would I like to finish in October? Well, first, in the Clubhouse, we're doing a little challenge where if you're finishing a whip or a bomb, you can get a little pumpkin to go next to your name. I need to do that this week because the thing I need to finish is a witch hat. And our Halloween festivities start this weekend already with the kids. So I need to get that witch hat done. So that is top priority this week. It's only been a year and I haven't finished it. I mean, I always say if it wasn't for the last minute, I wouldn't get anything done. So I'm excited to get that witch hat done. Obviously, I need to finish up the rest of this ghost because too cute. Need to see it. Need to see it. And obviously, like we just talked about, I want to get that cotton cuts clue done and then the outline or like a guess, hopefully, at the layout. We'll see. Kind of trying to guess a big quilt, 72 by 72, I think is the size of mine layout with no idea. It might be a little bit too much work for me. Not gonna lie. And lastly, I want to get started on a hand stitching project. We actually just got back from a little weekend getaway and I had pulled out some EPP pieces I basted like 10 years ago, not exaggerating, 2015 I started basting these pieces. So it was fun to get little bit of stitching done. So I would like to start either an EPP or a sashiko project in October, maybe both. But I have actually started designing an EPP block that I can use to cut on my Cricut. So I've got that working out. So it'll be fun to see what I can get up to. Now I am filming this on October 12th. So we're already halfway through October and that's a lot of things that I need to do with my weekends being full of soccer and Halloween festivities for basically the rest of the month. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, and so that's really what's been going on in the sewing room. And life in September was pretty busy. It's like a pretty busy month at work. And then soccer's in full swing. The kids went back to school. I have a kindergartner and a third grader. Can anybody tell me how that's possible? I'm not exactly sure. So we did that and, just lots of things going on the weekends. We've had a couple birthday parties and stuff like that. October's already been pretty busy, but we'll talk about that next month. How was your September? Did you thrive? Did you survive? I'm always somewhere in between thriving and surviving. Some days I'm thriving, some days I'm surviving, but we're getting through, right? All good problems to have over here. So yeah, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me what you've been up to, and I hope that I will talk to you soon. Bye.